Hello and welcome to Slightly Impressive Vlog Every Day in April. My name is Grifter and it's April 2nd. Alright, so far so good on the intros. Hello. How are you? I hope everybody survived April Fool's Day just fine. I am doing well. As you noticed last time, thank you for pointing it out. I forgot to mention I have a new hat, new head. I almost said a new hat. That would be ridiculous. I have a new head, and I'm glad you like it. The main difference is that it's not old and nasty and horrible. So, that's a thing. Okay, let's start on today's Would You Rather, which is, would you rather have a pet dragon or be a dragon? Okay, so there's a lot to consider here, as usual, of course, which is why I picked this. I wouldn't pick one that's just like, oh, this one, okay, video over. So, okay. Now, a pet dragon, it's not very clear in the wording of the question what this entails. Like, is this just a pet like how you would have a pet dog, where you kind of have control over them, but not really? Like, you can train it. Is this a trained pet dragon? Are dragons trainable? I don't know. Like, I mean, dragons could be intelligent beings, right? Like, usually that's how it works. It's like a person. So then you're getting into like ethical questions of, I mean, is that slavery if you own a person dragon? I don't know. So you've got a moral quandary, first of all. And then on top of that, you've got like all these practical considerations. Like how are you going to house your pet dragon? Dragons, I think, are bigger than my house. Anyway, I don't know where I would put it, in the backyard maybe, but the neighbors are going to see it. The neighbors are going to call the police and the authorities, and then the National Guard is suddenly at my house, and I'm being detained, and I don't know, maybe the ASPCA is there, and everything is just horrible, and they're wanting to know, like, where I got this dragon, this exotic animal that I don't have a permit for. And then on top of that, you have to feed this thing. I mean, you gotta figure a dragon eats what, like a whole cow every day? Where am I gonna get a cow? Cows are expensive. I cannot afford, on my current income. A little spot on my shirt is bleached. I just noticed. That's a little weird. I don't remember how it happened, but I should stop wearing this shirt. Anyway, we were talking about dragons, right? Okay, so how are you gonna pay to feed this dragon? But then on the other side of it, if you are a dragon, you have, I mean, pretty much the same concerns. Like, you can't just be going about everywhere being seen by anyone, because you're gonna be, again, the military, the National Guard, and ASPCA. They're going to they'll try to detain you or kill you. I mean, haven't you seen King Kong? Like, things are not good for giant exotic animals that aren't supposed to exist in the city. So, also, you know, food wouldn't be as big of a problem if you are a dragon, because you can just sort of like casually swoop down and steal a cow every now and then. It'll be fine. Like, what? They don't count them or anything, do they? They won't notice a dragon eating their livestock. So you have to live out in the country somewhere. It would be hard to continue doing things like playing WoW and making YouTube videos if I were a dragon, so that's a big loss. On the other hand, there's probably all kinds of new dragon things I could do to entertain myself, like the cow stealing I was talking about, burninating the countryside, killing all the peasants, things like that. Those are things that you can do when you're a dragon. And if you're like a WoW dragon, I didn't think about this until just now. If you're a WoW dragon, you can turn into a human form, and people will be like, hey, your skin's a weird color and you have horns, and you're not wearing enough clothes, but you seem human enough for me, so I will still be accepted into society. So, man. And I could use the internet as a human form dragon. Really, that's just a big consideration for me, is whether or not I still have access to the internet. Pet dragon, it could also, maybe it could be like Pete's Dragon, right? That old, like, 80s thing that's where nobody can see him, right? Isn't that how it worked with Pete's Dragon? No one can see him. It was basically Pete's Insane was the plot of that movie, I think. I haven't seen that in a long time. I don't know. I don't know how that worked. If I had an invisible dragon, there's so many things to consider. Okay, I have to come to a decision though. I'm going to decide. I can't assume that I have a human form, so I'm going to decide to have a pet dragon, and I just have to move to a less populated area. I think I hear somebody outside. They're just gonna have to listen to me talk about dragons for a minute. It's fine. So that's my decision. It's really gonna disrupt my life. I'm gonna have to devise some sort of method for stealing cows on my own. Maybe he'll feed himself. Maybe it's like an outdoor cat, right? Do they feed themselves? I think people still feed their outdoor cats. But, you know, they can, like, run around and catch mice. It's the same kind of concept, right? Your dragon just goes out and catches a cow every now and then. And I'll get a barn to put him in, and it'll be fine. I think that's good. It's a good plan. I'm excited. Okay, what I forgot to say last time is I want to hear your answer to this question. Would you rather be a dragon or be a pet dragon with all the considerations? And also, if you have not a Q&A, if you have a would you rather, a WYR, please leave that in a comment below, and I might cover it sometime this month. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh wait, in case I forget, this is a streaming week, so this Saturday, 12:30 p.m. in the afternoon, PST, Pacific Standard Time, yes. We are streaming. Foxy and I are streaming World of Warcraft. So this is your reminder if I forget. Okay, bye. Oh yeah, I have to push